Direct News TV. Search for answers continues 1 year after little girl's remains found in Rosedale dumpster. It's been exactly 1 year since the remains of a little girl were found in a dumpster outside an under-construction house in Toronto's affluent Rosedale neighborhood, and her identity remains unknown. Since the gruesome discovery outside a home on Dale Avenue, north of Castle Frank Station, investigators have interviewed people in the area and made appeals to the public for information. They've released a description and composite sketch of the child and did genetic genealogy testing to see if her DNA was a match with any children reported missing across North America. But the investigation remains unsolved. At this point, Toronto police aren't saying much and have declined CP24.com's requests for an interview and a written update. Now, community members are coming together to try to bring renewed attention to this mysterious case. Reverend Daniel Cho, of the nearby Rosedale Presbyterian Church, RPC, said this tragedy has left people in the community with feelings of shock, horror, and sadness. Usually we assume that, the police, are going to catch whoever is responsible, he told Direct News TV, during a recent interview. This little girl is a ghost and she shouldn't be. Cho was hired as the local church's new minister just 2 weeks before the child's remains were found and officially assumed his new role in July, said he knew from the day the remains were discovered that he wanted to do something special with his new congregation to honor her. I feel that no person should pass from this earth with no identity, especially a child, said Cho, who along with several members of his church has organized a 1-year service of remembrance. The gathering will be held on Saturday at 2 p.m. at Rosedale Presbyterian Church at 129 Metric Tons, Pleasant Road. We really want to bring dignity to this child's life, which is something she didn't have in her death, he said. We want to change the narrative. We don't want the last words about her to be those circumstances. Cho also said that he is hopeful that the community coming together to mark this solemn time will help renew awareness about the case and hopefully encourage someone who knows something to come forward with new information. Members of RPC have been planning the 1-year memorial for the last 6 months. Congregant Michelle Neidnoff created a unique artwork with the likeness of the child, while several others have knitted colorful scarves that participants will wear in homage to the blankets she was found wrapped in. Flyers have been distributed throughout neighborhood inviting everyone to attend. Michelle Miller-Guillot, a longtime church member who is helping plan the service, said to put together the 1-year memorial because this case deserves to be solved. This child deserves to be remembered, and not just as an unidentified girl whose remains were found in a dumpster, she said. This is a way for the community, for anyone, to come together and remember. We also want to shed new light on this case. Toronto police are expected to speak during Saturday's service, which is open to all. INSP, Hankit Singha, of the Homicide and Missing Persons Unit has previously pledged to leave no stone unturned in working to determine what happened to the little girl. Child was between the ages of 4 and 7. So far all that is publicly known about the child is that she was between the age of 4 and 7. She was black, of either African or mixed African race, had all her teeth, and measured 3 foot 6 inches tall with a thin build. Her black curly hair was sectioned into 4 ponytails, 2 of which were braided and secured with black and blue elastic bands. Police said that the little girl's remains were found wrapped in a colorful crocheted blanket and placed inside a bag, which was enveloped by another blanket. Last spring, investigators said they believe that she could have died as far back the summer or even fall of 2021. They also said that the child's remains were placed in the dumpster sometime between noon on April 28 and 4:45 p.m. on May 2, 2022. After further investigation, police said it is unlikely that the little girl had ever been reported missing. I think it's so sad and also kinda scary, area resident L. Anthony told Direct News TV late last week. It was tough, Dale Laville, who works in the neighborhood, told Direct News TV, recounting the day when the remains were found. I remember all the commotion when the remains were found a year ago. It's been a year now. Hopefully something will come up. And Lee, who lives just down the street, said what happened last May shocked people in her community as Rosedale had never before experienced a tragedy like that. Hopefully someone will feel compelled to speak up and share some details, she said. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.